Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Steinfab Garage. Today's episode, we're mostly going to be catching up. We've been in the middle of the SC400 rebuild. We ran into a little problem. My roommate dropped his keys, and drug addicts that wander around the apartment ended up picking up the keys and stealing the Toyota Tundra. We haven't been able to move the trailer for about a week. I had to file a police report. Luckily, the truck showed up. It's not missing too much stuff. They cut out the catalytic converters. So for today's video, it's going to be short and simple. Just got to go pick up the truck, straight pipe it, and rekey the car. Very simple day. Let's get to it. There it is. Still in one piece. We didn't have a key when the cops found it, so I just went to Toyota and had them print me a new key. I went ahead and ordered one of these lock smart keys. This will take care of the ignition so that they will no longer be able to start this thing. And I'm gonna pull the tumblers and attempt to rekey them. Here's the new catalytic converters. We'll be installing those. Time to hear what the race truck sounds like. Honestly, it doesn't sound crazy. I've heard louder. I don't want to drive it like that. It is a work truck. Let's make it quiet again. I just want to do a full throttle pull and show you guys just how obnoxious this truck is. Way too obnoxious. This is on the highway with the windows up too. We made it out here. The sun's pretty much gonna go down. So rather than try to film on the edge of having light, I'm just gonna call it a day. Park this thing out here where it's nice and safe and go have a good night in the RB25 240. So we'll see you guys in the morning. And just like that, we're back. The first thing I'm gonna do is take care of the ignition lock since it's real simple. Let's unbox this and take a look at what we got. Here's the lock cylinder. Toyota was actually pretty cool about making these things come out. They make this button right here. So if you press it, you can just yank on the key and the whole cylinder will come out. The trick is you gotta have it in the accessory position. So let's see if it's in accessory, boom, the pin will push. Let's see how simple this actually is. And just like that, super simple. And this one looks the same, so let's see, it should be easy to install as well. Super easy to change an ignition lock cylinder. No one can steal the truck. Drives me crazy having two different keys for any vehicle. One for the door and one for the ignition. I'm gonna pull these locks and attempt to rekey them out. I've given up on getting this thing out. I'm pretty sure I can just get the lock out. Now I gotta take it apart. I've never taken one of these apart, so this is a learning experience right now. I think the shield was the only thing holding the tumbler in. When you have a key that doesn't match, these are what block it from spinning in the housing. So ideally, I can put in this key and just grind down the ones that don't match till they're flush. There we go. I think we got it rekeyed. Let's put it back together and see if it works. Right off the bat, it seems to turn. Let's try the old key. Old key, it turns too. I got the lock back together, but unfortunately it's looking like the old key works in it. Doesn't really help us. This whole thing was pretty much for nothing. On the right side, the new key works in it too. Half accomplished what I wanted. If I don't have to rekey the passenger one, I'm just gonna have to buy new door locks for both sides and change them out. Looks like I put the Jesus clip on the wrong side. I'm just gonna flip the Jesus clip and flip it to the other side. That wraps up the whole rekeying process. It didn't go as well as I wanted. The bright side, the key works. So technically I did accomplish what I wanted. There we go. Even if they already get in my truck, they can't get past the ignition. Time to move on to the exhaust. Let's get these brand new cats. They're actually so high flow you can see through them. I don't know if these are EPA legal. Got the welder outside. We're using a Tweco 3-in-1. I want to upgrade to a newer one, but that's what I got for now. Always when welding, make sure to disconnect your battery, or else you can blow up the electronics on the car. Actually, I probably should have moved the truck closer to the welder before I disconnected it. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the passenger side. This one should be more of just a straight shot since they didn't cut it back here. Just a straight piece there to there. We need a 13-inch piece on the first side. The idea was to get a pipe that went over and weld it to it. Looks like I got a pretty exact one, so fitting this is gonna take a while. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. All right, I've gotten one side of the exhaust welded up, ran into a bunch of issues. I haven't used this welder in probably 7 months since I moved out of the shop. That's a passive hood. I have another auto darkening one over there. Just, it's so used, I couldn't see anything. This is my favorite one, I just got it. It's from Yes Welder. It's a peripheral view helmet. So it's really good for working under cars and stuff. Gives you some side view, so if you can't get your helmet under there, you can still see out of the corner of your eye what you're doing. Batteries were dead on this one, so everything just turned into a nightmare. One side is done. The idiots chopped this one twice and they didn't know where the cap was. So let's get into that side now. I've gotten it fitted and tacked up. Since there's 3 joints, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove it to weld the first one. I only have to weld 2 in the car. All right, it started raining out here. I managed to get the exhaust welded together. I'll spare showing you guys the welds. It's not the best, but hopefully I sealed up all the holes. Let's fire it up and see what it sounds like now. I don't hear any major exhaust leaks. I hear one on this side, but I'm not really gonna worry about it. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's episode. Short, quickie, trying to get this thing back together. Tomorrow, we're gonna go ahead and hook up the trailer and get back on this. That's it for today. We'll see you guys tomorrow.